The challenge, I think, is not, it's not that young people don't want to discuss big issues or that they don't feel complex feelings. It's that oftentimes they don't have the language or the jargon that we've learned as adults to put that out there. And I've always believed that because I grew up in an area where there were lots of peoples from lots of different backgrounds, and they all had very complex feelings. I mean, my grandfather, who's 91, has like a 6th grade education, and he's very funny and fantastic. And he has insight into things in a beautiful but very simple way. You know, when he says something's good to you, it encapsulates all these other kind of highfalutin words because it's his entry into what he feels. So it's always been a thing that I've tried to do in all my work. It's like, well, this person can feel, you know, Davis at 12 can have an existential crisis.
Right.
But he's not going to think of it that way. He's going to be like, I'm sort of upset. And he can have big ideas and will, but it's not dumbing down. It's kind of figuring out the language and the ideas that he has access to and playing with those rather than trying to impose other ideas on them or dumb down a sense of purpose that he has in a very complex way.
Right.
So for writing a book for me, aimed at young people was not really about like, oh, well, I can't do this, or I can't say this, or I can't talk about this. It was really about understanding where he was and how he could understand it. It was really about listening to the voice and saying, okay, well, he's really depressed and he doesn't know how to do this. Or he doesn't understand what's going on, and really just attacking it from his angle all the time. And that was kind of the way that the book really kind of unfolded to me. It was just like, okay, here's this set of circumstances. What would you do? What would he do? Because obviously I wrote it, but he's a very different person than I am. And I think it became so much about following his voice and following his thought process in it that became really exciting to me.